Hello, Big O. Hello, Rumble. You know, it's funny. You sit back and you watch social media, and I talk a lot about Big O app, BIGO. There is a race war brewing in the United States. People are getting tired of the blacks blaming the whites for everything when their blacks are committing their own crimes against their own kind. Statistics says that black on black murder and crimes are higher than any other group of people. We're getting tired of the looting, the stealing. We're getting tired of the disrespect, blatant disrespect to every other race. They hate every other race except for blacks. If they're not black, if you're not black, they want nothing to do with you. You can go on social media and watch them acting a fool and attacking people just because of their skin color. If we was to do that to them, that's considered a hate crime. But yet, the left wing narrative has allowed it to happen for far too long. And they said, oh, that's not a hate crime, that's not racism. Blacks cannot be racist, and all this other narrative junk that they've come up with. People are getting fed up. People don't want to do business with black owned businesses. Why? Because of the racism? People don't hate the disrespect they get from the black owned businesses. They hate the fact that blacks are taking advantage of everything. They hate the fact that we're hearing about reparation all the time from Black Lives Matters. This is going to be a very controversial video. Probably, most likely, because somebody's going to whine and cry about it. Oh, you're talking bad about the black people. If I was to say that I want to get a rope and go tie somebody in a tree from, that would be considered a hate crime. But yet the blacks do it all the time. All you have to do is go on Big O and find out. They'll call you every racist name in the book. People are getting tired of it. They're getting sick of it. They're getting sick of the disrespect. They're getting sick of the community being burned. They're getting sick of the hard cars that they work hard to get. You know, these Hellcats and Scat Packs and Kias and everything else that they're working hard to get being stolen by, well, guess who? These young kids that are 14 years old that got a rap sheet 2 miles long because mom and dad doesn't want to do anything about it. And then when they get by a law enforcement officer because they have a switch on their Glock, mama's out there crying, oh, woe is me. But he was a good boy. Well, he's a good boy now. He'll be standing in front of God. See, they say that they started all cultures. All cultures started with the black people. Nobody else. It was the blacks. They started, they say a black samurai, black Native American, black this, black. And we're getting sick of black being shoved down our throats so much. Black entertainment, black this, black that. Black organizations for college. I won't say the N-word, never will. Because the N-word is disrespectful, in my opinion. But yet they'll say cracker and everything else, which is totally disrespectful, when I've never cracked a whip on anybody. You know, just to show their hypocrisy sometimes, I'll go on Big O and I'll say I'm a black, fat, 400-pound fat black lesbian. So why you being racist? It's amazing how racist they actually are. They will say all kinds of stuff. They will tell me because I live in an RV that I should be ashamed of living in an RV. I should be ashamed of my skin color. Well, they should be ashamed of their skin color because they're pushing fentanyl and drugs, and this rap music is teaching their children how to loot and steal and kill and do everything else. They should be ashamed. Granted, there are white people that do that, but the white people that do it need to go to jail and prison too. I ain't saying white people don't do it. But the number says that the black community has the highest crime rates. Period. The Democratic owned slaves, black slaves that vote for Democrats, have the highest crime rates in their cities. Look at Chicago. Right now they're up there crying because this black Democrat mayor is destroying that city. Wait, the super mayor, the black super mayor, is under investigation for stealing from her village up there south of Chicago. Al Sharpton is an FBI informant, but everybody loves Al Sharpton because he gets them free money. And all they're worried about is that stimulus check and that reparation check. They're worried about money. That's all they're worried about. Money, greed. And when they got all that gold and silver and junk in their teeth, if you don't have that, if you don't have the fancy cars, fancy houses and all that, they consider you less than dirt. And they think that they can wipe the mud on you. Right. It's funny how Africans hate American blacks. Jamaicans hate American blacks. Because they're so disrespectful and so entitled. They have that entitlement. There's an undertone coming out. Big time. People are getting fed up with it. We're getting fed up with being called racist all the time. When we're not racist. We're getting fed up with being called homophobic and all these different other words. For no reason. There's no reasoning behind it. We can't wait till Donald Trump gets in office. We can't. We're biting at the bits to get him in office, get his people in office, get his Attorney General in office, get all these people in office that he's putting in control, to get the corruption out of there, get all this left-wing liberal, woke liberal BS, Black Lives Matter Antifa BS out of here. Get these illegals out of here. We're getting tired of this BS. We're getting tired of the black community sitting there saying, not all blacks are this way, I'm going to say it. Not all blacks are this way, but the woke liberal blacks, or these racist blacks that are blaming white people for everything. Oh, it's the white people. Those white people are so nasty. They're so whatever. We're getting tired of it. We're biting at the bits to get Donald Trump in. That's a stolen election. And yet, the black people that are on these apps that are still saying, fuck Donald Trump, they're the ones that are out there committing crimes, the majority of them. They're the ones that are running around and letting their children run until midnight. You know, these little kids, 14-year-old kids, letting them out, stealing, looting, kicking in doors, pulling pranks and kicking in doors. And then when their mom wakes up in the morning, somebody was defending their house and their kid is not with us anymore. And she's sitting there going, oh, but why? We're tired of it. We're tired of seeing that Planned Parenthood was set up for one reason, and that's to destroy the black community, but they won't accept the truth. That black people are aborting their babies faster than anybody else. We're tired of telling the truth and being told that we're telling lies. We're tired of knowing the truth, but yet nobody's listening. How many channels out there are putting out the news, but everybody's burying their heads in the sand, and they're going, well, if it doesn't affect me, oh my goodness, you know, oh no, get it away from me. We're tired of left-wing, woke, liberal BS. Destroying our kids' minds. We're tired of the rap music, the drill rap, the cadence rap, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. It's from the devil. We're tired of it. We're tired of Not being able to walk down our street without being afraid, in some cities, being afraid of being robbed or looted or whatever, without being able to defend ourselves, or being in a store and not being able to defend ourselves, having a chance to defend ourselves, because the government has told us that we can't exercise our Second Amendment right. We're tired of this. We're tired of the black people saying, but they're hunting, the cops are out hunting us down. No, they're not. If you wouldn't be committing the crimes, the cops wouldn't be out there hunting you down. If you would change the statistics, you change your community, stand up and take care of your community, the black community, take care of it first, the cops wouldn't be hunting you down. Keep your kids in the house if they're underage. Don't let them run loose in the neighborhood. These street takeovers and everything else, we're tired of that BS too. Where they're running around shooting down the street, blindly shooting, not paying attention to where they're shooting. In some cities, you got the drug gangs, gang on gang, taking over. You got the Venezuelan gangs taking over. But yeah, you can't defend yourself because the government has said that if you defend yourself, you're going to go to prison. Not the criminal. No, you're going to go to prison for defending yourself. We're tired of that BS too. We're tired of the hate crimes coming from the dark side of the communities and abusing our women and our children and just killing people and hurting people and paralyzing a Chinese woman because a black kid thought it would be funny to do a suplex on her. And now she's paralyzed. That happened a couple years ago. We're tired of not hearing about all the crimes that are committed, the mass murders that are committed by the black communities. How many people die in the black communities every week, and we don't hear about it on the news. But as soon as a white person screws up, my God, all hell breaks loose, especially if he does it to a black man or a woman. You're going to hear about it. See, they'll try to tell you that you're going to hear about the black people first in the news. Not really. We're tired of police corruption, where police are going around and abusing their authority and lying about laws and all this other stuff. The undertone, there is going to be a race war eventually. It depends on which side you want to pick. Because, you know, these people that keep blaming the white people, they're going to cause the race war. Black Lives Matters, KKK, Black Israelites, Black Panthers, the neo-Nazi, I can't even say it on here, Yazis, Antifa, the white liberals. There's probably other organizations out there that are white supremacists, black supremacists, whatever, that I can't even remember. I'm probably not even mentioning those right, some of them. But all these organizations that are putting labels on us and dividing this country by race, they're going to create something. And if we cross that line, we ain't going to be able to come back. It's just going to take off and it's going to go. It'll be like a wildfire. I hope you know which side you're picking. Because if you pick the wrong side, it'll be darkness. It'll be total government collapse, banking collapse. It'll be everything. Chaos. Complete chaos. But you see videos after videos after videos of these black people thinking they have the right to commit assault and battery on people. You see people that stand up and defend people from black people that are going nuts, and then they get charged with murder. Guy fighting for his life because he defended the people and accidentally killed a guy. because he was trying to hold on to this guy, and the guy accidentally died. He did what was right. He stood up and defended everyone because this guy was saying that he was going to kill everybody on that train or subway. He did what was right. We're tired of good people going to prison for doing what's right, while the criminals get to run the streets. We're getting tired of it, seeing the criminals getting out when they have a rap sheet 10 miles long. We're tired of it. So actuality, America, you better hope Trump gets in office, and you better hope America wakes up. It ain't just Trump that's going to do it. We got to work together. We got to come together and work together. Stop the racism, stop the divide, and stand up to these people that are pushing the racism and the hate against white and black and whatever. Stop the racism. Doesn't matter what side you're on. There are going to be some people that are going to take this video way out of context and think I'm just hating on the blacks. No, I'm just saying what the truth is. I don't hate black people. Never was racist. Never cared about your race. Oh, it's funny how many black people will tell you if you're not dating a black woman, you're racist. I've heard that too. Sorry, no, I'm married. I don't have to date a black woman. I have before, but I'm not doing it. No, because the entitlement in the black community just is so thick that it's like mud, man. Once it gets on you, you gotta go take a shower. It's like nasty, slimy mud. That woke BS, liberal BS, I don't see how people can be around it all the time. Anyways, we need to get back to God. We need to get this nation back to God. We need to get this nation cleaned up. Get this Washington, D.C. swamp cleaned up. We need to get the whole freaking communities cleaned up. These ghetto swamps where all the drugs are running wild and all these criminals are running wild. I don't care what color of criminals they are. Criminal, period. We need to get them cleaned up. Get the illegals out. We need to get this nation cleaned up. It's time to clean house in your own community. Stand up against your own community. Stand up against the criminals and say, not in my community. It's time. Time to start making this country right again. Making it a republic again. Exercising our rights and making men and women. It's time to make them stand up and show what men are really supposed to be. Not criminals and thugs. And women not sluts and prostitutes. Dancing on the internet. It's time to clean everything up. Let's clean house in America. It's time. Have a good day. God bless.